guess I should go and check on if I've gotten a response from Professor Charybdin, because I did mail her about me being interested in the party committee, but have not yet seen a response. So I'm going to check that first. What do I have on me? That's from Duchess Aquamarine. What was this book? Empty. I still need to dispose of that somewhere. Like, I suppose it's, in a way, can be a nice thought. If it was gifted... Well, no, even if it was gifted from the Cinderland Court, I still wouldn't have accepted it, because I don't want them to try to make me repay the favor of a free item. But for one, Duchess Aquamarine said in her letter she had never made cod stew before, so I don't trust that to taste good, for one. But for two, just the whole spirit of it, it doesn't... I'm not personally a fan of it. They have made issue with us. They have made issue with us regarding how we mentioned that fish is our food. I was told by some of my ladies that when they're looking at the fish tank in the school building, how when they mentioned it looked tasty, that the sea monsters around them got offended, were upset with them. And yet, someone for the Cerulean Court killed their own fish and baked it into stew. I don't see the appeal of this. Receiving it, I don't see how... If your morals are so easy to break regarding killing fish and cooking them into food, if they were so flimsy to begin with that 2 weeks into the school year you're going to make this as a peace offering, then they must have not have been very strong morals or boundaries to begin with. And if that's the case, why did it pose so much of an issue? I am rather a fan of monarch butterflies, hearing them fluttering around me. Perhaps I might be a butterfly. Proficient to use abilities to decorate during winter schools. Ooh, every time I try to take a book off here, I take the whole item frame with it. It's my claws. This mission for Felvox to use their abilities to decorate the dorm for the winter solstice. Perfect. I do need to get on to decorating, or see if someone else... Well, someone already asked for permission, so I think someone is planning to decorate already, but I do need to prepare the food. Well, I guess I won't prepare it yet, but the ingredients for the food for the winter solstice. I do want to make sure that we have everything handled. I can't sully my reputation and not have the event well prepared, but I need to make sure that I have a gown ready. I want to ensure the other members of the court have clothing that is suitable for the winter solstice for our dinner. I do want to see about making some of the fancier fish dishes. I know that I carry cod and salmon around, but getting something more refined for a formal dinner, it's much more appealing. Perhaps sushi or something. That's it, as if I can find the ingredients for it. And then maybe getting some of the tea imported from home. I planned for the winter solstice for the Solmera Manor, where Father is going to be hosting, or maybe I guess Mother might be hosting in my stead, the rest of the nobles that are still in our region, but the plans I did for that was for a large group, and I need to reevaluate how I will do this hosting for a smaller group of those at the academy. I gotta make sure I prepare lanterns for everyone, and perhaps get books and quills acquired, have some in excess so that they may write off the letters for their loved ones. I am on my way to check the notice board. I want to see if there's anything I need to catch up on. Check on class scheduling and whatnot. I will say, this is the path I take. Oh, wait. I meant to go the other way. I specifically was trying to not cut through Royal Code, but I took the wrong path. I needed to take the one that leads in front of the Knighthood class. We can have Knighthood. I am curious to see when the next Knighthood class is. I do want to attend. I really want to attend Magical Studies. I have not yet attended a Magical Studies class, and I know I missed a culinary. Oh, there are 2 red signs now. Please stop stealing from the school store. Please remember to breed the cows before killing them. Mechanics on the 20th. That is old. That is still old. That is now old. This isn't date. Okay. That is old. Oh, okay. Equestrian. That is tomorrow. I still don't know how to ride, so maybe if Lady Ridley is around, I can take her up on the offer to help teach me. I doubt I can learn enough in an evening to properly do a course that the headmaster sets up. I'm still rather confused. Greetings.
Hello, Soul Katarina.
I'm still rather confused over... I told the headmaster prior to class that I did not know how to ride. I have been accompanied on a horse before, but I've never been the one with the reins. I've never been the one up front. If I have been alone on the horse, it has been someone else leading said horse. It's not knowledge that I have. It was nothing that it was never added into my lessons. And I get called out in front of the entire equestrian class to do the course that had all these jumps and these leaps. That was... what? And that was after I tried my best to neigh, and the headmaster did not hear me? Chose to ignore me? Everyone else heard me. It was only the headmaster who didn't hear. I did get that corrected, though. I did receive 10 points as compensation. Because I had reached out to the headmaster afterwards to privately neigh together. I did not feel comfortable neighing in front of a group after doing it once already, because it's borderline offensive. I'm not an animal, and if I am to be compared to an animal, I would only accept being compared to a beloved cat, or I guess a butterfly isn't necessarily an animal, but the gracefulness of a butterfly. Not a horse. Horses are lovely, don't get me wrong. They are strong and they have grace, but I am not a horse. I find neighing absurd. It is not on my list of things, but still, with permit, the headmaster went with me individually. Ooh. Thinkers Trinkets Craft Club. Is this the club that Tavali mentioned that she's in charge of? Well, let me reach out to Lady Ridley. Great. Ask. Am I lagging? Is this stream lagging? What the heck? Just started? Okay. Let me know if it doesn't clear up. Pretty please. Pretty please. Greetings, Lady Ridley. I just wanted to ask if you had availability for a tutoring session For equestrian? Equestrian? I see another class is to be like try to improve. Maybe it was just for the second that I looked over. Yes, greeting Lady Ridley. I wanted to ask if you have availability for a tutoring session for equestrian. I see another class to be hosted tomorrow. I don't think I completely properly wrote that, but I can't take it back. It might just be because the school is so grand. That might be one of the things. Or maybe dabbling with how fine I see details may have also helped. I truly do not want to take away my ability to see things in a pretty fashion. I need to change into my riding attire. Oh, that's nice. I see Bloodwind has been decorating. I suppose they do have a similar, not similar, but they do have an event coming up. I believe they also celebrate the winter solstice. If I'm recalling correctly from the timing of meetings that we frankly never attended because of our own holiday. But let's go change into my riding attire. I have to change and I'll be right back with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh goodness, I looked away when I tried to walk away and I walked into a log. Oh. Oh, maybe I'm just going to embarrass myself today. I already feel rather embarrassed having to help another lady ask another lady to teach me how to ride a horse. Because from that class, I was singularly the only one who did not know how to ride. Loading, loading, loading. I was the only one of the class who did not know how to ride, and that was embarrassing. That in itself was embarrassing, and then being called out on it, even more so. Which is why I told the headmaster. Oh, I'm going back into that tangent again. Well, I guess we can go visit my horse, Brimestone. I do feel bad that I don't visit him nearly as often as I probably should. I am ready.
Alrighty. Apologies that I was off with Professor Cassian.
You're alright. I did reach out to you with no notice. I had checked the board and saw that there's another equestrian class scheduled, and I don't think I'll be great by any means off of one lesson, but I want to at least show that I have some improvement from being incapable of doing anything last class.
That's understandable. I will do my best to at least cover enough of the basics that there is improvement to be seen.
Yes, I definitely need to study for equestrian, or I guess not study, practice for equestrian, and then I need to also study for magical studies because I've missed both classes thus far. But Lady Daphne has offered to keep me up to speed on that one. I am interested in learning grass magic, actually.
Oh, very cool. Lady Daphne is definitely well-versed in magical studies. I was observing her duels, and the prowess is insane, actually. A little bit.
Yeah, she previously had shown me she had started studying arcane and it's very impressive. She had recommended that to me to study as well, but I don't want to overload myself right off the bat, so I'm going to focus on frost, and then I can study into that in the future.
There you go. I've chosen Earth as my path, and I've had no time to practice. And next class, we're expected to have potions, I think, which I've also not done. So we're in great shape. It's gonna be fun.
Were you given the supplies for the potions?
I believe we were to collect our own potentially. I can't entirely remember.
I do remember that something Lady Daphne was so preoccupied with was not having blaze powder to power her brewing stands.
Yep, that's something I'm concerned about also. I have a variety of other ingredients, but the ones that actually make the brewing stands
What am
work.
I seeing?
Hello, sir.
Oh, he moves.
Oh, he's a sentient snowman. I'm torn between putting him outside and pretending I didn't see him.
I fear that if we put him outside, the sun may melt him.
That's my worry also.
He might just
I don't want to get blamed for his existence, though.
He might just be a guest. If we're ever questioned about it, we can say, oh, we just thought he was a guest at the academy.
Okay.
Well, he's probably has some type of magic holding him together. It might be Professor Saren's doing, and he just left magical studies.
Okay.
Oh, I did earn us some points regarding equestrian.
Oh, yeah?
I still find it interesting that other people heard my neigh during class and the headmaster didn't.
I know I heard you.
I spoke with him privately and neighed again, unfortunately, but he did award us 10 points for it.
Very nice. I was speaking with Professor Castiel regarding tutoring for mob studies, and I suppose I will be expected to help with lesson plans and other things.
Oh.
But he said that there were opportunities for me to potentially gain points through tutoring, so that'll be good.
Hello, Brimestone.
Do you want me to take him out to the path, or do you want to start in here?
I had borrowed Tavali's lead, and I had returned it to her already. And I'm not sure. I know we had difficulty getting him past the doorways.
I can't hear you.
I had borrowed Tavali's lead, and I don't have it anymore because I gave it back to her.
Okay. All right, I will bring him out to the pasture. Being sick has not done good things for my perception and my eyeballs.
Yes, it's a very... I feel like there's supposed to be mountains over there, but I'm seeing the sky.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, to start off with, have you ever been taught to mount a horse? Do you know how to get yourself up on?
I managed it last class. Traditionally, I am helped up, since I didn't traditionally ride alone, but I did manage to do it, because I just put the foot in the stirrup and tried not to aggressively throw my weight onto Brimstone's poor back.
Mm-hmm. Good job!
Oh, goodness.
So traditionally, they are mounted from the left side, as that is most horses' predominant bad side. It stops them from struggling and freaking out that something is mounting them. However, our horses nowadays don't seem to struggle as much regarding what side they're mounted from, so long as your weight is balanced, as you said. Once you're on top of the horse, keeping your balance is the main event. I'm gonna go grab my horse, and I'll be right back.
Yes. Well, Brimstone, I suppose that from now on I will mount you from the left side, even if you didn't react strongly to me mounting from the right. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable either. know you're not a kitty, but you're also really pretty. Pretty kitty.
Okay. So, when we first start off, I believe... Let me just double check my mind palace here.
I am impressed that Brimstone has been rather
Okay.
nice and staying still for me.
So we're going to start off with what is called a trot. It is a nice slow movement forward. So you're going to squeeze your legs just a little bit so that your heels make contact with the horse's body. And your reins are how you're going to direct him. So you pull to the right, I believe. And because that touches the horse's right, he's going to want to turn towards it, which means he's going to go left. So it's a little goofy, but for the most part, once you get the hang of it, it's easier than it sounds.
So if I want to go right, I need to pull the reins left and vice versa.
Yes. So pull right, go left. Pull left, go right.
Oh goodness.
You got this.
Oh, that's backwards. I'm sorry. Are you okay, Brimstone? Did I yank him? Is that why he went backwards?
It's possible. It's also possible that the music might have spooked him a little bit.
Oh, well, he's been really good at staying still for me. I think he just... I don't mind him being lazy, but perhaps I did get a lazy horse.
Okay.
Hello, Brimstone. Am I aiming to get to the pathway? I know I won't be able to do the jumps, but I guess I could try, but that sounds rather terrifying, to be honest.
Do you want to just try and go around the pasture here in the center first?
Yes.
Okay. So gently into the circle, and remember that the horse feels your emotions. So if you get scared or you have anxiety, it's better to get off and give yourself a moment, because the horse will react to that. That's why the professor had us neigh to begin with, is to ease nerves, although I found it mildly debasing. That's beside the point.
The reason why I asked the headmaster privately about redoing a neigh, because I found it rather insulting to do to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. I think to some degree, we are a form of entertainment, which I guess I understand to somebody that's been alone in the castle for as long as he probably has, but I don't appreciate it as much as maybe some of the others tend to.
Given that we do share many characteristics with our very lovely companion of cats, I fear we already are seen as quite animal-like, even if that is not the case. And if I'm going to be compared to an animal, I'd rather it be an esteemed cat, not... I'm sure horses are lovely, but I don't want to be compared to one.
I agree. I'm also going to make a space just in case I get a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to start off with, if you want to follow me around the circle, just nice and easy. That'll help the muscles warm up as well, like we were mentioning in class, so that when eventually, if we do make it around the trail, it's nice and warmed up.
Is there a way to, like... I know I need to use the reins to steer him, but how do I motivate him? Like, can I, if I don't use the reins, can I leave a trail of carrots?
I mean, they are food motivated to a degree, but for the most part, they typically stay pretty still around their rider. I haven't ever tried it though, so I can't actually give you like a great answer. I never thought about that. A good way to continue to motivate is just a gentle nudge with the backs of your heels.
I feel bad squeezing him like that. I'd rather pet, but I guess I am also used to caring for cats.
It's understandable.
Oh, please don't run into the headmaster did say that the horses do tend to know what they're doing. And given that he's
They're-
not ready into the fences, I guess as long as I don't yank the reins and make him go into the fence, he won't.
They have pretty good instincts. Even if he was to run into the fence, there's part of me that thinks that naturally he would just try to step over it. But I've also met horses that'll run head on into things if you ask them to.
Oh,
They're very eager to please.
I hope Brimestone can be independent, but I do know that with how still he's been in consideration of me, that he's rather kind.
Yeah. A big part of riding in general is the bond that you create with your horse. Once you get to know your horse well enough, you almost become an extension of each other.
It does make me feel bad, as I don't want to... I haven't necessarily come and visited as often as I likely should for it being one of my pets.
I have also been quite absent from Polaris's life the past week, so I completely understand.
Give me just a moment.
Of course.
How do I disable shader packs? Oh, disabled. This looks so ugly, guys. Alright, we can continue.
Okay. Once you're feeling comfortable at this pace with your directions and things like that, we can move up going a little bit faster, but you let me know, because I know that that's a different time pace for everyone.
I know I know you said not to be nervous on the horse, and so I am frankly nervous, and so I don't want to overdo it.
I understand. Being able to trot at the very least is progress based on where you were at last week, and I'm frankly very proud of where you're at. Being able to move the horse in and out of his stable and make it to the pasture at the very least, I think is progress.
Yes, I certainly don't want to attempt jumps. Frankly,
That's
at
understandable.
least the ones that are going to heavily jostle me.
The jumps, even for somebody who has ridden horses and is decently comfortable and familiar with them, this 3-block jump scares the pants off of me.
I know from class a lot of horses couldn't make the jump.
Yeah, it's rather challenging, and I was very proud that Polaris was able to do it, but even noticing the struggle came from me and my timing, not so much my horses, because it's a terrifying feat to ask even experienced riders to do.
I will say for the stuttering, guys, I'm not holding down W, I'm tapping W, so I am going to be stopping and pausing. I don't know if that's what you're referring to as stuttering or if it is stuttering. Perhaps someday I might want to race or something.
I'll continue to work with you as long as you want me to, and eventually there is ways to increase their speed and their jump ability that if you ever get comfortable enough, I will help make and show you those as well.
I'll try to go a bit faster. I'm just hoping that he still turns.
You got this.
He does feel rather quick. Definitely quicker than whenever I have speed in my step.
Indeed. You have 2 legs and he has 4, so...
More momentum, I suppose. Forced to kick off the ground.
So the slower pace is called a trot. This little bit faster is called a canter. And once you get up to full speed, that is called a gallop.
I'm not sure if a gallop inside the pen itself would be good. I feel like
It's definitely a lot better reserved for wider, more open spaces, as there's more control available when you're not worried about fences and turning and
okay, I understand that. I know from experience, I don't like to run in tight spaces, so I can't imagine a horse would feel much comfortable doing the same.
Indeed, indeed. They also have a tendency to, the faster they're going, want to take over. So the control gets a little bit scarier. You have to be tighter in your timing and where you're putting the reins and how tightly you're holding on.
Certainly good to know.
That's when trusting your steed starts to become more imperative, because you have to trust that they have the instincts to know what they're doing and not dump you off the side. But that can take time and bonding.
Yes, while I do enjoy Brimestone, I don't know. I know I've heard the stories of when a horse can knock someone off and them not ever fully recover from it. So
Indeed.
I can't
The
say I can
horses
put
have
my
to be
full
able to trust us as well. Because if we lead them into something, they want to please us for the most part. And if we have them doing something dangerous and they fall and, as Professor Phelan said, break a leg or something to that degree, it's crippling. They don't recover like we do. It could kill them.
That is rather sad and unfortunate for them. I guess everyone, when they have certain strengths, such as a horse's endurance and speed, that there are weaknesses that accompany it.
Indeed. I think you're doing marvelously, though, by the way.
I will say, I don't have I'm still holding the reins, but I am kind of letting Brimstone do circles. I can't say I'm fully controlling him.
And to some degree, in situations like this, I feel like that's perfectly natural. I don't want to say, like, if you were to tighten up on the reins and continuously jab at them or other things, that it wouldn't cause discomfort.
I know I certainly don't like being forced to do things I don't want to do, so I'm glad Brimstone seems to enjoy this. Then again, I can see why Brimstone is enjoying this. I have kept him in the stable a bit too much.
It's good to stretch their legs.
Yeah, since I can mount and ride him at least minimally, I can ensure I come down to make sure he gets a good dose of exercise.
Yeah.
I should have come down with a lead and taken him out, but I can't say that I did, unfortunately. How did your villager observation?
It was interesting. I haven't really messed with the townspeople too much before now. I tend to stay to myself, and my family kind of operates around me as they produce their fish and whatnot. So to see how they take on jobs and things like that was interesting. I didn't get as much observation as I could have, because Professor Castiel was very adamant about wanting certain jobs and certain things like that. But I got to see one lady's very extensive wardrobe.
Oh, I'm glad that with the mob studies that he did clarify that it is not monster studies and that we can study other living creatures that aren't hostile.
Yeah. Well, and he was saying that as the tutor chosen, I guess, for mob studies, that I will get to help develop some lesson plans based off of my notes and other students' notes, and if they need tutoring. And I'm really hoping that I get the chance to not just focus on some of the more dangerous mobs, because I would love to, like, sit and observe the little piggies and the nicer ones.
I haven't seen any here, but I don't think it's necessarily a secret that I do adore butterflies. And those are just a very peaceful passive mob, so I can't necessarily observe one for mob studies, but perhaps I could see about if I can eventually get my notes from home, if that's something I could present in class or something.
I bet you that, I mean, even if he does not like that, I would like that. I want to hear all about that.
Yes, there. Well, Brimestone is also a butterfly. It's one that has green wings, since whenever we went to look for our horses, that Brimestone here was under a tree.
Oh.
Not as good of level of camouflage as the butterfly counterpart, but it's camouflage nonetheless.
I knew that that is what you'd said you'd named him after, but I don't know that I've ever seen one, and the history behind it is really cool.
Well, when we're back in our region, I wouldn't mind ever inviting you to the Solmera State if you want to see. I have a butterfly enclosure of sorts. It does predominantly have monarch butterflies, but those are the ones I am most fond of, and then I learned about others from them, such as, like, there's the Viceroy, who mimic monarch butterflies, but they are different. But it was a survival tactic. Their appearance is very similar to monarchs, but they aren't poisonous. But because they look like monarchs, animals won't feed on them due to knowing the monarch has the poison within them.
Very cool.
So I definitely want my books to arrive. I wrote home to Father about sending them because had I packed for myself, I would have sent them, but I was told not to worry about my own packing. And I don't have any of my books on flowers or butterflies, and just other necessity items. I guess necessity to me, not necessity to others, and that might be the issue, but what's the harm in me having more books to study while at the academy?
Right. You know what I'm surprised that the academy doesn't have?
What is that?
Herbology of any kind. Like, there's no study of flora. We've got plenty of study of fauna, but no plant life studies.
I am interested because as butterflies feed from flowers and such, I do really enjoy flowers. And just in general, I like the language of flowers. Like when you give someone a red rose, it typically has the romantic intention. Pink tulips, it's more like friendly love. I was actually speaking to Duchess Aqua about this recently, but about flowers, not this next part. But I am interested in potentially seeing about approval of opening a flower club. But I could always do it more broadly to cover more than just flowers.
Well, if it ever comes to light, I would love to potentially take part. I'm afraid the time is coming where I'm going to have many things on my plate, but I'm still gonna try.
Yes, I still need to attend magical studies because I did want to attend the magic club, but I feel like it would be odd to attend and not have attended any of the classes, especially because Lady Daphne had informed me that magic club, I guess it would be worthwhile. Magic club doesn't go past what Professor Saren has taught. So I guess it would help keep me caught up, but
yeah.
Who knows?
So far from what I've noticed about the magic club is it's kind of an addendum to the side. Like it doesn't go past what Professor Saren teaches, but it broadens, I guess. It rounds out what Professor Saren is teaching. I feel like there's a lot of information that Professor Saren has to get through, so it's covered very quickly and very lightly, and I feel like what I believe her name is Rosalind is trying to do with the magic club, I feel like it is just extract on it or broaden,
expand on it.
Yeah, expand is the word.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a club I'm interested in. And then I don't know, because I with how frequently classes have been, I am nervous of overloading my plate because I do want to attend the classes as much as possible, but if they, at least this past week, they've been more sparse. So I do feel like I'm getting more time where I could start with looking into clubs a bit more thoroughly. I definitely want to make sure I'm caught up on class before I divide my attention too much, and I'm still in the process of planning the winter solstice dinner for our court, and I also reached out to Professor Gribden about joining the party committee. That is one of my passions. It's what a lot of my lessons involved hosting events back at home, and so I do want to put those skills to use here.
I have not even embraced the thought of an academy-wide event, and it's kind of exciting to think about.
I don't know what's being planned. I just know that the party's being formed, so I am curious.
Yeah. I think that event planning and herbology or flora studies of any kind, I think those genuinely all kind of make sense when I think about you.
I don't want to wear out Brimstones. I think I'm going to put him back in his stall. Okay, which will be a first. If you wouldn't mind keeping me company, I am curious. I want to see... I'm not... I know we picked out the spot for kingdom building, but... And I haven't asked anyone to begin, but I am curious to see what progress, if there has been any on it, and if not, I want to get a hand on it.
Yeah, I would love to continue to keep you company.
Okay. That was a good pre-class nap. I do have a bunch of stuff just littered in my inventory. So let's get the stuff put away. This is no form of organization, and I'll have to fix this later, but I just really don't want all this on me at the moment. Go here and here and here. I don't like to keep my sword handy in the school because I don't want to get in trouble or do anything. Like, I don't want to pull that on accident and someone take it as a threat from me, even though maybe it is a threat for me if I pull out my sword. I really don't know how to use it properly. There we are. And we will, let's see, we have 14 minutes before we head to class. Do I have an equestrian notebook? That one's empty, so we'll put that right there. Rules, contract, my journal. What are these? Mob studies, pet index. I don't need the mob study ones anymore because this was the one I had took with the help of Lady Ridley because I had missed the first class. Kingdom building, royal code, culinary. Okay, so I don't have an equestrian journal, but I don't think I necessarily need one. I need to update the kingdom building journal. If I can, because I want to... I looked at some block palettes with Lady Lizzaylia, and we have an idea. It's not complete, but it's an idea for what we should do for the block palette. And then I have ideas for where certain parts of it should be situated. I was wondering, I had misremembered. I know the enchanting room's right there, but for some reason I was thinking it was up here, and I was confused when I didn't see it the other day. Yes, because if we can start, even if it's not finalizing the block palette, determining what we know that we do want, then we can use that as a way to... Oh, those are empty now. We can use that to start collecting. Oh, hello there, Lloyd. I have no mail. Let me see. Oh. They are turned on. Hang on. My sounds are turned on. Here, I'm gonna put my desktop audio back to max. When we start talking to people, if they are overpowering me, I'll have to lower it. But yeah, it's showing that it's picking up on sounds. It is showing that. It's just not, yeah, I don't know what I can do to be noisy. Maybe if I was hungry, I could eat to be noisy. Hopefully people sound okay when we get to them. I can also... Okay. We'll head to class. We're 10 minutes early, I believe. But there should be enough time for people to start to be lining up. And it is equestrian, so I am allowed to wear riding clothes. I am a bit nervous on what the headmaster expects us to do. I have a little bit experience riding horses now with the help of Lady Ridley, but last class he was having people do an obstacle course, and I'm not confident enough to do that. Perhaps I can send him a private missive before class begins, requesting that I not be called upon to display skill. Because I am learning how to ride, I'm just not at the skill set that some of the other students are at. It is weird walking to class alone. I do normally walk to class with other members of my court, but I just did not see any at the dorm, and I was the one that was running a bit behind today. 10 minutes early is still a bit behind. If you're not early, you're late. I did not visit Brimestone before class either.
Okay.
Hello, Lady Ridley.
I had taken Katarina out. Hello. I had taken her out there to ride it the other day, and we saw it, and I was like, if I get
there
blamed
were
for
like
this, I'm gonna crash
3
out.
over here.
Oh?
So, yeah, I don't know who did it, but someone put snow golems in here.
Oh, the snow golems we saw. Were they also without their pumpkins?
They weren't when I first saw them, but then someone went through and took off the pumpkins.
Oh. Interesting.
All you need to do that is shears. So, it's not hard to do.
I feel like that's still similar to decapitation of their pumpkin.
Probably a little bit.
I like it. It's staying on. Thank you.
It's an accessory.
Oh, this was my father.
Greetings.
That was my father.
I see.
My nose.
He delivered us our
Is it cold from the rain?
And
I've actually been
our
underground.
order of the
Oh.
royal book for the
I
servants.
just still hasn't quite recovered from
I see.
being sick.
Yeah, now you can read our traditions.
Hopefully it feels better soon.
Definitely give it a peek.
I hope so.
Mhm.
Felix,
I recommend reading them.
I like.
Good evening.
Hello.
I swear, like, we've met, like, in passing, but I really have not formally met you.
Oh,
There's not many people here currently.
Professor Castile.
I figured.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm recognizable.
Or is it unfortunate?
Yes, yesterday we went horseback riding.
I
I
would just
learned
rather
how to
just
ride.
Stay away from people. if I'm
The
being honest.
details of the deal midnight
God.
that you're
I-
going to find right now are in that video.
Oh, I did the
Not
thing.
everything's gonna
Actually
get
did the
revealed
thing
all
right
at
now.
once. If you're in the fan Discord, there's a
Yeah,
theory
I
thread where
think
people were
we did that.
talking about it.
Oh, did I already tell you
Yes.
that? I forgot.
I've been trying to attend knighthood and mob study. It's not been working out too great.
I'm sure we'll get.
But yeah, the
there
streams will be
somewhere.
turned into videos. They're just a little bit behind the
I hope
streams.
so.
Unfortunately, introductions are done for both of those classes, but I will never say no to someone trying to learn.
Let's see.
I appreciate your openness.
Where's my journal?
Hopefully the headmaster shows up.
I haven't written in my journal recently. It
Whatever.
just has whenever we suspected I was
I need to go
cursed and
continue
who
making
my
flyers,
suspects
so,
were, and I haven't written
you guys
it
have
much in it since.
Okay, bye-bye.
We need to
Oh.
write my thoughts down a bit more clearly. I just prepared for the
Uh,
winter
Ridley,
solstice.
just message me when you're done with the class.
Okay. I have kingdom building after this one, so it might.
Oh, do you? Okay. Alright.
But
well,
I am happy to come by after.
Alright.
Oh,
farewell.
she did mention that
Stay
she
out of the
was
rain.
a student
Well, it
aide
just stopped raining, so when,
or attendant. What is it?
Good luck.
Something on
Yeah.
that matter.
Do I
farewell.
have your permission?
Hmm.
What?
We're making a spawner.
Oh, is that
Oh.
why you're in the caves?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the caves?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a cave. It's just a very deep hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
He wants to spawn spiders.
gross. The large
That's
ones.
what I said. Not the big green ones, I don't think, but I didn't get the chance to see them. They didn't ever spawn correctly. They were climbing the walls, I guess.
Oh, yes, they do tend to do that. I haven't been in a cave recently at all, or a big hole. Aside from yesterday, whenever I went to Lizzaylia to look at the kingdom building area that we have. She showed me like under the area where the cave was, and lots of things down there.
Yeah. This is just like a spawner, I guess, that was there by the farm.
Mm.
And it goes down to like deep slate level. And he has this big box and water, I guess. I offered to help because he was getting hurt, but he didn't let me.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I guess he wants to teach me about mob spawning and like being able to observe what they provide to us. So his goals are making a spawner. I told him that I knew how to make the ones that are like less intensive. He still wanted to do it the long way, so
I suppose some people might be more traditional.
yeah. I'm hoping once we get it made, I can make the more simple ones. I show him. So it seemed like a lot of effort for something that could be done much quicker, but I do understand that the littler farms take ingredients that we don't quite have great access to yet to become super efficient, so
I suppose so, but I don't know. I think some people have preferences to others. Maybe they just prefer feeling that the more manual aspect of it is something they enjoy rather than what the other one provides.
yeah, I could see that. It does seem like he has more traditional values. Strange fella, either way.
Is the headmaster one that doesn't like us to go into the class early? I just know we're very close to class time.
I remember that we were told to wait out here last time, but I don't know if there's a preference or not necessarily.
We shall wait then. But yes, since you couldn't come with us looking at the area for kingdom building yesterday, I do have a bit of an idea layout-wise, not for the entire village, but how there's that waterfall area that is enclosed.
Mhm.
I feel like that would be nice to keep as more of a recreational, like, swimming ground. Some fishing too, but primarily want to keep it safe for swimming. And then right beside it, where the river eventually leads out to the ocean, could be where the docks and shipping posts could be, and then potentially like fish vendors or other things that are good for travel.
Ooh, can I help with fish vendor stuff?
Mhm.
Sweet.
Yeah, me and Lady Luciana looked over some block palettes potentially to use, but we're not fully decided.
Mhm.
We looked over a couple options, and we might just combine some. But when we have a better idea, I'm gonna post on our dorm board what materials we're looking for, so anyone can help participate in gathering.
Very cool. I'm excited to be able to help in that aspect. I find myself wandering when I'm feeling up to it, and it'll be cool to be able to bring stuff back and know that it's helping.
I really have not left the academy grounds all too much since arriving, so I do look forward to
Well-
working on the village more.
Professor Charybdin's in there.
I still wish to speak with her because I had sent her a letter about being interested in the party committee, and I've not heard a response.
Do you suppose we should go in?
Suppose so. It is pretty much class time, is it not?
Yeah, I think so.
I do quite like
I do hope he doesn't ask us to nay again. Let me send a missive to Professor Charybdin. Hello, Della. I was hoping that my letter reached you. There we are. Send that off. I don't want to interrupt her when she's mid-conversation with others, because that is rude. So I'll leave that for when she does have time to respond. Well, talking to people more directly, I think, is beneficial, and it helps you communicate more efficiently. I also see the value in sending letters. Letting people respond when they have the time to and they're more able to. Let's see. I'm not sure I've seen Lady Luciella move since we came in. I think here's where the headmaster is. He is someone who cares for timeliness. And he does not appear to be here. Oh?
Hello again.
You know, I forgot. This actually probably is where I more closely remember you, because you gave that wonderful nay.
Oh,
Maze.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just happy I got reimbursed points for mine.
I wonder if the headmaster will show up to this class this time.
Lord Paxton has entered. I know Lady Luciala's fond
so
of
I
him
tried-
and trusts him.
Pork chops in a mincer, and it didn't give me ham.
It didn't give you ham?
No, it gave me bacon.
Which mincer did you use?
I don't know. It's just like this big gray one that was
So
in
Professor
the vampire
Cribden
kitchen.
has
And that
sent
didn't give
me
you ham?
mail.
No,
but I
it
did
gave
not
me
have anything
bacon.
when I checked today.
Oh, you know, no, I understand where I got it wrong. You have to kill a pig with a knife to get ham.
Let's see.
I tried that earlier, and it also was not working.
With a knife?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was how it is. I mean,
It's actually someone else who was
Among us
looking
demons,
for
Leonidas
pig
is the
meat.
best
Because
and
I
knows
also
how to do
do
the best
want
cooking,
some
so
raw
you could
pork.
reach
I
out
need
to
it
him,
for some of the
perhaps,
fish
if you're looking
dishes
for
I want to
information,
make.
but
But
also maybe think there's someone in
that means
the
I have to go
court
out and
that can help
find
you?
pigs
Do you have any
so I
proficient
don't
chefs among the
hurt
vampires?
the
I
livestock
think
in the
that
farm.
might just be me, but I have to talk to
Amazing.
Leo anyway.
Well, in summary, I'm
later, so
very
I will
much
talk
looking
to
forward to
Leonidas
working with you
about it.
on this. Amazing.
Not a bad plan.
very excited to be
Thank you for trying
included.
Yeah. It's not looking good.
This does make the headmaster late. On one hand, I do hope he's okay. On the other hand, maybe I won't be embarrassed in front of this class again. I do worry about that. Not be able to see the people across the room is a bit... I like to know who's around. Hello, hello, little butterflies. Hello, Kit. Hi. We're waiting for class to start. It's a waiting game. I do hope everything is alright. Seems the headmaster's running late. This is also a test to see if she's awake. She has not picked her head up off the desk since I've came in. Okay, she is conscious. Just lacking posture at the moment. Okay, I do already have food close by. Goodbye, midnight. Well, there's Professor Castiel. So we've seen Professor Castiel and we've seen Professor Cribden, and we have not yet seen the headmaster. I have my doubts he'll be here. Oh, I do hope he is all right. I really wanted to get that horse lesson in with Lady Ridley, but it appears rushing the lesson may have not been needed. Lady Lizzaylia is concerned. I wonder if any of the other professors have seen the headmaster.
I wonder if it's going to be 15 minutes again.
I hope that's not the case.
Oh.
Okay, everyone, if you want to take your seats.
Oh,
Please
stop.
and thank you.
Oh.
I'm making a thingy.
Interesting. Professor Castiel's taking over.
I don't think this is everyone.
Some people might not be able to hear you.
Oh, true.
This side is fine to hear you.
Okay, everyone. Is everyone in? Everyone hear me? I made a thingy.
This is interesting. I suppose he is suitable to teach it because he is the professor for mob studies.
Everyone.
And I think in knighthood you also typically
Okay.
need to ride a horse.
In the headmaster's absence, I have decided to take over the equestrian studies today with the help of Professor Cribden.
Indeed.
I don't know what the plan was, but the plan was a course?
I'm very lightly aware of the plan. I'm aware of the location of the course, however. I'm not aware of how to ride a horse, that said.
I can ride a horse just fine.
Alright, so we can figure this out.
Okay, let's head to the stables.
If it's far off, I'm not confident I can ride a horse that distance.
Why are they?
Would you send me a waypoint to where the course is?
Where the stables for the horse courses? It's up.
Or,
the hill.
oh, I thought there was another course. Excuse me.
No, there is another course.
Oh, okay.
There's another one.
If the headmaster made one, then it might just be knowledge he possesses.
Professor Charybdis knows where it is.
Oh. Apologies.
My deepest apologies for the bit of scuff around today's lesson. The headmaster was supposed to be around, but he's not currently.
Thank you for taking over.
I'm gonna do my best here.
There you go.
I might just use the headmaster's horse, because I don't actually have a horse.
Did you put that rose here?
Okay, just stay with your horse for a
Cinder,
moment.
I believe that's my horse.
I only started to learn to ride
Are you sure?
my first lesson yesterday.
Yes,
so I
this
can
is
ride jointly
Riley's.
with a member of my court. I'm not confident if there's an obstacle course that...
Is this one not yours?
Well, it was. This one was.
I'm gonna need a new horse. He
All right,
he
this
cannot
is-
make any of these jumps.
Oh dear!
This is the course for today. What we are testing is your riding capability, taking these corners, doing the jumps, and your, of course, as always, the bond with your horse in order to be disciplined. I'm not entirely sure the headmaster's horse is capable of these jumps, but we're gonna find out very fast. Excuse me. He's gonna want to go over all the jumps very simply. This horse seems a little bit incapable. Never mind. Prove me wrong.
You can always go. Oh dear!
Oh,
You can
he's
always
fine.
go around the jumps you cannot make.
I'm gonna have to go around pretty much every jump except the 1.5 blocks.
Perhaps you can. Oh, these are the sides. This is just a
Mm.
slalom.
So
And
it's just a
this is
very
also a-
simple course.
Yes.
Be mindful of the holes. Do not fall in. Your horse cannot fall in those holes, but if you fall in those holes, then you fall off your horse, and there's something wrong with your riding capability.
Oh, that last bit is also a jump.
They can't fall in.
Sorry, he had to go around.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I mean that last bit that you went around.
Oh yeah.
Once we go around
This
this
bit
course,
here
I'll be able to
is
tell you if you feel
a
necessary. I'll never forgive myself if you got
4
hurt
block
for
jump,
any reason.
which a lot of horses cannot make, as you can see. But if you can go up 3, you can go around the side. But
I will.
we're gonna go one at a
my
time here so that we can,
firm.
you know, not all be
Thank
on the
you
course at once. So who
for
wants to go first? Raise your hand.
concern.
Who's next? Cassian, I saw.
Right, here goes. Chunk is he's only capable of
Chunk.
1.5 block jumps. Yes, he's
Oh dear.
he's got little
Well,
legs. He's
do
a
what you gotta
lovely
do.
steed, don't get me wrong, but
Lives up to the
come
name.
on.
Oh,
Chunk, you
Chunk
gotta
tries
gotta
his
bear with me
best.
here.
he lives up to his name. Is Professor Charybdis going chunk?
Oh,
Chunky?
thank you, Chunk. Okay,
At
I
least,
have to
at
go
least give
around
it a
that
shot.
one.
Give it a shot.
I
on the next one. On
promise
the
you
next
I've,
one.
I've already given it a shot many times. The poor boy, this is his max. It's not great.
He's very
Well-
food motivated horse.
He is a very food motivated
Perhaps
horse.
if you put some wheat at the top of the slab, he might feel inclined to get up there.
Perhaps
Did you
I
say
should
you
do
had
that.
2, Cassian? You have 2 horses?
Had, yes.
Oh, had. Apologies.
Oh.
I did not mean to hit the sore spot. I
It was all right.
curious.
I've actually had 3.
Oh.
Oh.
Terrible streak of
Have they
bad
gone
luck.
missing?
Which way from here?
You go up the cliff.
What are those red things over there?
If you can't make the jump, that's fine. You just go up, and then just hang out at the top up there with them. Very well done. Alrighty, who's next? Is that Ridley? And Katarina.
Oh, goodness. Oh, she jumped a little too late at that one.
Remember, the slabs make it quite difficult. So you'll want to jump earlier than you think. Or you can use this oak log here. Very well done.
Ooh, that was quick.
Speedy horse. Ooh, up to 3.5. Well done.
Her horse does jump rather high.
Wonderful.
See if you can make it up the 4 block. Oh, you don't jump over those.
That's a slalom.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know if I can make that one.
If you want, you can try jumping over that. I just wouldn't recommend it. All right, and then up the cliff. See if you can make the 4.
Oh.
Just one
Ooh,
moment.
close.
Professor.
Oh, she did it.
Okay, I've got you. Well done. You're free to go up there. You can kind of come down here a bit. Make sure you're not too crowded up there. All right, who would be next? Felix.
Our passenger princess. I am learning to ride myself. Yes, I've always been the passenger princess
Well,
when
this
it
is
comes
gonna
to
be
horse
fun.
riding.
Is your horse not a big jumper?
I thought he wasn't.
Well, he's proving it wrong. Oh, he gets some airtime.
Whoa.
Got some airtime. My
horse
goodness.
really likes to jump, just not at the right times.
This is
Ooh,
quite
that,
a difficult
that looked like
jump
I
here.
could make it.
You might.
I can feel it. Okay, maybe not. One more try.
The horse really took you saying it wasn't a jumper personally.
He took offense to that. I feel bad. I'll give him extra
Remember
treats.
to drink potions.
And vampires, it is daytime now. If you don't have your umbrellas out, please.
Let's see, where is Lord Felix?
Oh boy.
4 blocks. You can give it a shot.
Okay.
Oh, it's very close though.
Nah, I think it's doable. It just takes timing.
I have not
Very well done.
adopted a sea
Who's next?
monster. I've just entertained the thought of
Willow?
it.
Or are you Celica? The white hair throws me off.
Vampire lover.
I'm Celica DiMartino.
Celica, my bad. My apologies. You're right ahead.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We're at our equestrian class. Lady Ridley has very kindly let me ride jointly with her because I am not yet skilled enough on horseback to get my own all this distance out, nor do these jumps.
No, I'm fine. I just didn't watch the reading.
There it is. Oh, jumped from one to the other.
I hope Lady Lizzaylia comes out from underneath
Using
that
the obstacles
bush
as your
to
paddling.
participate.
Remember, you're going to want to jump a little earlier than you think because of the slabs.
Of
And if
course,
you
I
need
do
to
think the
use the-
Force
spacing
adopt
is
your
a little
lover,
bit
girl.
Yes,
off
if
as
you want,
well.
you can use the log here as your guide instead of the fence.
Do as you wish. I am
Perhaps
merely...
She is not up to it today.
It's alright. Keep it moving.
I am... I am just a noble girl.
Oh!
Jumping over. Very well done.
Lots of the lords here at the court.
See if you can make the 4.
If not, see if you can make the 3.
That's Duchess Aqua. I believe she's the one who reminded others to drink theirs if she didn't drink her own.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I
that
didn't
was-
hear you. I was too busy thinking about the fact that I was suffocating.
Perhaps not
Okay.
today, Apple.
Well, that's fine. You can head up there. Who would be next?
Good girl.
Agreed.
Paxton.
Uh-oh.
I will say, sea monsters who have finished, feel free to instead wait in the water if you would prefer.
Come on.
There it is. Very well done.
I do believe he will not be able to make this, but I'll try. No,
close.
yeah.
Can't quite get himself up
Can't.
there. The headmaster is quite a sturdy horse, actually. This is quite a nice horse.
It is.
Very well done. Okay, who is next?
I don't see her down there, so I think she's still under the bush.
Anyone at all?
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh!
I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry. What was it?
Heir.
All right, go right
Yeah,
ahead.
I missed
My
Lady
bad.
Luciala. There are
I'm
very few
awful
left who
with
still
names.
need to do the course. Are you planning to not be called
Well, there are
upon? It's
plenty
not
of
a reprimand, just a
students.
question.
What is true?
As long as her not
Very
participating
well
isn't
done. You are
noticed,
moving.
I don't necessarily think it's an issue, but I do fear that it is going to be noticed. Perhaps if I asked to ride alongside her, she would have been more inclined to do the course. She's been putting herself in danger much
Very well done.
too much lately.
Making the 4 as well. Fantastic job.
Way more than I would prefer
All right,
to. I
3
don't
of
want
you
any of
left.
my
Another
court
fall,
put
let's
themselves
go!
in danger.
Which one of you is gonna go?
I'm happy to go next.
Go for it, Candace.
Let's see.
Ooh!
I haven't.
A clean jump, too.
Very well done.
She does not wish to participate. Understood.
Where did Lady Luciala go?
Oh, the points got updated. I want to look at those better. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Oh, Lady Luciala cuts in through the window.
Okay.
Yes,
everyone
remembering
please return
people's
to their
names is a very
seats.
polite thing to do, and it offers strategic advantage. You want to know more than just their
Very well done
names.
today,
You want to know
class.
about
As I
their
said, because I'm
families,
kind
their
of taking this
interests.
over. It's
Give yourself a head.
bit scuffed. There's a little bit of not preparedness around, but it is fine. You all did very good today. I encourage you to please keep bonding with your horse. If you need or you feel the need to get extra tutoring after class, please find myself or Leonidas, as Leonidas is in charge of the tutoring club. So please feel free to contact one or both of us, and we will get you set up with a tutor so that you can get more time with your horse and learn more about it and how to use a horse properly. Are there any questions after today's class? Feswin.
Is there going to be any? Is this the only class for today?
I know kingdom building was kind of on the plate, but because the headmaster's not here, I don't really want to do anything with kingdom building. So,
Hello? Oh dear.
interesting sounds I'm hearing. Marjorie, do you want to keep the inside side to yourself there? Thank you.
Apologies.
Oh.
You're good. As for kingdom building, I don't want to really tread on that, as that is the headmaster's class first and foremost. I will leave that to him whenever he does return. Fear not, he is okay. He will be returning soon. He had a bit of a health emergency that he had to deal with relatively recently, and I'm very sure that his disappearance from these last two classes is because of that. I assure you, he is probably just resting and he has overslept. Any other questions? Anyone at all? No?
Do you know why he's resting?
Yes, I know. I know about his health conditions. He is okay, as I said, but I do not wish to disclose his personal information. But
I mean, there has been a lot of
he is
sickness around the
okay.
academy since we arrived. Like, even I was sick and out for a week.
It is not something that we are privy to, but thank you for telling us as much as you have.
Of course. Anything else? Cinder.
What is the proper way to dispose of a horse?
Huh?
Dispose?
Huh?
What?
See me after class, Cinder. Anyone else?
Pardon? What?
If no one else has any questions, then everyone is dismissed. Except you, Cinder. You stay here.
I'm gonna go back to the stables to at least get Brimstone's legs stretched.
Wow. What a wild thing to say.
That was most impressive.
What? Only if you desire to. There's no obligation.
I don't know.
I'll come
Whenever
with
the
you for now.
headmaster returns, he'll say it. But
Feather falling, correct?
Yes.
I did notice on our walk that the points got updated.
Oh, I don't know that I've seen them recently. We finally made it into the triple digits. Look at us go.
I'm glad that, given how many points we have lost, it has that deterred us from at least being in the middle of the pack.
Agreed. Everybody loves an undercat.
Undercat? Truly. I do hope that horse that is being referred to is alright.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Hello, friend.
And I really hope I didn't. I know with having me on the back of your horse likely threw off your balance, and I'm sorry if it hindered you during the jumps.
I think more than anything, I have anxiety in big groups of people, and when being asked to perform something in front of others, I get a little embarrassed more than anything. But I think that's something that will ease as I continue to do things.
That's fair. I think one of the things I hate the most is being embarrassed in front of a large group of people. It makes me feel like I did something wrong, even if sometimes I didn't do anything wrong. It is...
Yeah.
Gazes can be very intense. Let me make a speaking space for us.
Okay.
Hello, Brimstone. Oh, there you are. I mean, I feel bad he didn't get to participate, but I also... I don't know if I'd trust myself to ride him up that mountain.
Yeah, that mountain is quite the feat.
will say, Brimstone, for not wanting to run full speed right now, he does feel like he goes quite fast. So
I could see that.
He's been rather courteous to me.
I believe mine, Felix's, and your horse are likely all siblings. So I know that they come from pretty good genetics watching the rest of our horses jump today.
Yes. It does. Professor Cribbin's comment on Chunk living up to his name. I feel a bit bad for Chunk, but it was... I'm sure he chose his best. I understand being food motivated. I myself am not, but I can understand it.
Unfortunately, I am very food motivated. I like a good snack, so I get it.
That's fair. I definitely enjoy cooking. I love to enjoy the things that I make myself, but I find it difficult to enjoy things prepared by others. I
could see that.
It just more so comes from a trust thing.
Yeah, I could see that 100%.
Okay, Brimstone, why are you looking so weird? What are we doing? Brimstone, please let me sit straight.
Oh no.
Brimstone. He's like encouraged me to go side saddle.
Maybe he's just excited.
There we go. I think he enjoyed me adjusting my legs. Anytime we stopped walking, he immediately turned on me.
Oh, Polaris did that on the first day that we had them out in the pasture with everyone. And I was quite confused about what was happening, but I could see it being like a
genetic thing?
Like a leg adjustment, maybe? They get a little tippy, it's fine. They're special.
Maybe... Brimstone. What would be your advice? I don't want to do any of the tall ones, but I might attempt one of the 1-block jumps. How should I brace myself?
Okay, so jumps like these, I believe horses naturally want to go up. So you could start by seeing if you can just gently walk over it first. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's because this is a block and a half. Maybe we try. Yeah.
Yes, he does just step up onto these.
And then to jump, if you're wanting to go just a little bit higher, with these ones over here being the block plus the trapdoor, you hold on tightly.
How should I keep my heels sent to his sides, or would that startle him?
I believe if you hold on tightly and dig your heels just a little bit, gently, and pull your reins up, it should cause him to rear up, which will get his front hooves over, and with more speed, that'll cause him to jump.
Brimstone, how are we feeling? Do we want to attempt this? You're kind of facing the other way when I'm trying to look at the jump.
He's probably nervous.
For once, I'm not the nervous one. Why are you looking backwards? Brimstone! Maybe the jump is not a today task.
That's okay. That's okay.
Now he's looking in my direction that I want him to. We're going to attempt this. Okay.
You got this, Brimstone.
Come on, Brimstone. Small hop. Oh! Well, he
Good
reared
job.
up and then just stepped over. He didn't jump. He just...
You still got there, though. I think once you guys get a little more comfortable with each other, and maybe Brimstone's performance anxiety doesn't counter that of my own.
I'm not sure if he even properly left the ground. I just felt him put his front hooves up onto it and step over.
I get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that was... You had a little hop in there. I saw it.
I think that is enough leg stretching today for you, Brimstone. I'm happy that I can get him to a stable. I do find that to be vast improvement from where I was at without having to guide it with a lead.
Yeah, I think for having been practicing for like 2 days, maybe 3 at the most. I think you're doing fantastically.
I do think my fear is a very heavy factor in me feeling like I was starting at nothing. Because at the end of the day, I have ridden horses, just jointly.
Right.
So it was definitely a shock to be asked to write it by myself. And I'd rather start from the basics than try to start more intermediately and make a fool of myself.
I agree. I think from where we've started and what we're accomplishing, that you're making huge progress, especially considering that the class really did just kind of jump right into the middle for those that have actually not independently ridden before.
Which I suppose is understandable. Like, I do feel horseback riding is commonly a lesson of nobility. Like, it was a lesson for me as well. It's just my lesson had me side saddled and partnered, not alone. So,
right.
In other circumstances, I'm sure I would have been well studied too. It just was not part of my curriculum in that form. Can I not find someone attractive?
I'm nervous about the horse. The how do you dispose of the horse?
I am too. I hope that they use dispose as a different type of word than what I'm envisioning. Because, like, I find myself disposing of trash or unwanted things, and that is a living creature.
Or, I hope it's still living. What if it was once living and now they need to dispose of it because it's no longer living?
Oh, goodness. Well, we were just at the stables. I doubt you would have had enough time to run past us. I'm not sure which
stashing horses.
I'm not sure what Lord spoke. We could check his horse stall to see how the horse is faring, do a wellness check.
The last conversation that I overheard was they asked how to cook a baby the Hephaestus.
Oh,
So I fear that Cinder might just be strange.
Perhaps they were not raised at all. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's about the way you would put it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like something like perhaps not raised in a noble household, but you don't have to be raised as a noble to not ask those questions. You can think of certain things, but you shouldn't voice them. I did partly want to frighten that small creeper, but whenever I was told that it was not scared of fell folks like its brethren is, there's the temptation to shock it.
I had that same kind of pull.
But I'm not going to... Currently, I am not going to act on it. I don't know how I feel about Lord Leonidas calling out Lady Lizzaylia on where she was. Because I didn't
necessarily know that they were close like that.
That's my thing. I know Lord Leonidas and Lady Daphne seem to be close. Or I see them talking quite often when they need information from each other. So why was he searching for Lady Lizzaylia? Why did he notice that Lady Lizzaylia was not part of the herd of horses anymore?
Right.
I did know where she was. I had seen her when she stepped off, but I had made sure she was okay, and she let me know about her horse's temperament. So I wasn't concerned about it.
I have other strange news.
Uh-oh. Is it her or is it me? Who's the moon taking? Is the moon taking me? Who's the moon taking? Oh, there. Okay, the moon had taken her. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Okay.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay, I have other strange news.
Yes, the strange news so strange that as soon as you went to speak it, the moon grabbed you.
Yeah, it scared me enough that the moon snatched me right up. I was on my way fishing the other day, right before our lesson, actually, and I saw Lord Canderous going down our path.
Our path?
Yeah, like he was like almost right up next to our dorm rooms with a piece of paper.
That is interesting. I don't want to make ill with Sindraloon. Can you show me where you saw him?
He would have been... Okay, so we crossed paths. We crossed probably about right here, and he was heading up towards the dorm, and I was heading that way towards fishing. He had this like little piece, like he was bringing a note or hand delivering mail or something.
Yes, but even so, even if it asked by a professor, after Professor Cribden's stunt with inviting Duchess Aqua over, they, to my knowledge, were told that that shouldn't even be considered. So
Kind of what I thought, but I was alone at the time, and didn't really see anyone because I was very, very, very sick for a couple of days, and when I got back out of bed, there wasn't a lot of people around. I think everyone had kind of retired and settled down from like the rigorous class schedule, so I just was going to fish before our thing, and nobody else was around yet.
Hello there.
Hello.
You're right,
So I didn't want to start anything.
Apologies.
No, you're fine.
You're
Greetings.
Hello. Do you know if we have a class today? I thought I saw that we did.
Well, we were just at equestrian and the headmaster never showed, so Professor Castiel took over and let us know that we would not be having kingdom building because he's not comfortable teaching kingdom building.
I see.
I just
Well,
see you
then
missed
I-
another equestrian class. It doesn't hurt to at least attend, you know.
I don't even have a horse.
I know the headmaster, wasn't it last class that he was taking points away for courts who didn't have horses?
I'm not sure. I know that there was something said about providing extra saddles, but I'm not positive on what the system is with people that are absent.
Perhaps I might fetch you one. You don't have to care for it. I will take care of it, just to ensure that we don't miss out on points due to it.
I suppose so.
Lady Lucielle is on her way.
Oh, goodbye.
Hello.
Oh.
And she's off. I wonder if she knows her crow or her raven's following her. Whenever we went to Kingdom Building, we had explored the area underneath the build site because I was curious to see what an ancient city looked like. And while we were into the caves, her owl and her raven just simultaneously just flew right at her.
Oh, how interesting.
The owls are very invasive. I watched Seven bring his home, and it was like on top of him the whole time.
I know whenever we attended culinary, not the most recent one, I didn't attend that one, but Lady Poppy, who did not want to be separated from Lady Rosalind.
It seems some familiars bond more tightly than others.
I do want to find a cat. I want a lord or lady of my own while at the academy.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find one. Well, then if we do not have class, I suppose I will very quickly change.
All right. Okay.
Oh, and, do you have any thoughts about the tree so far?
Oh, I did notice it was started. Let me go give a better look.
I need to shape it a little bit better and add decorations, but I believe this is good for now. I don't know if I should make it bigger than it is, or if this
Yeah.
is fine.
I do think that is fine. You can, and then when you add decorations, the tinsel and such for the holidays. Yes, it looks
Yes,
rather
it
nice.
is very fun to climb on as well. Which we are to at least now.
I do hope
But
they
yes, I
loosen
will.
restrictions on our climbing ability, especially when we're at
Goodness, I
our dorm
hope
space.
so. At
Yes.
least we can climb indoors.
If we couldn't, I would have had a whole separate issue, given that our bathing area requires us to climb, as does many of our bedrooms with our balconies. So
Yes.
that would have been
The climb and leap there. But I will. Yes, decorate this and fluff out the leaves a bit more.
that would be lovely. I appreciate your work on this.
Thank you. I did also consider maybe adding a ice pond around somewhere around here to go ice fishing.
As long as we don't lose our crops, because while the farm
No, we
down
will
at
not.
the farm is handy, sharing it with so many other people.
Yes, and it is much better to have this here. I planted this here with the hopes of having leaves for teas and such.
Is very
I don't
fair.
believe the farm down there has tea leaves.
We did receive permission as well to make an outdoor area for the animals, but I haven't gotten
Oh, that is good.
to do that yet because it has been a while.
Yes, I believe I will. I'm trying to figure out where I will put certain things. I think I will clear out this small area over here and level it.
I would just. My big concern is while this is our dorm, this is not our land.
That is true.
So I don't want to. I'd be nervous about the ice lake because that will be a permanent fixture. Perhaps whenever the village is higher or more progressed, things like that can go there to express our creativity, because I can also foresee it being an issue later on should. I'm not sure why another court would be close enough to complain about it, but other courts don't have the same positioning we do. They are very much locked to their dorm with nothing around to do their own things of that nature. Like the Bloodwind dorm is right nestled up to the hill, and then the sea monsters is just the water surrounding.
Yes, I see.
So I do worry that it might come into issue if others take issue with it, even if it's been fine for now.
I mean, it has been already. We have been given permission to decorate our dorms and to use our abilities to decorate said dorms, so.
I can see
I
the
don't
pond not being
see-
counted as decorating. Like I said, that's
Yes,
a
I
permanent
suppose
fixture.
so.
Decorations can be taken down. Creating a mini pond ecosystem is more of a permanent thing.
I suppose so. I will, I guess, hold off on it and ask the headmaster about it.
Because at the end of the day, it is his castle still. His home.
Yes. Right, I am going to very quickly change.
Alright.
Okay. I'm grabbing Sylvester to put out with Tuvali.
I see.
I'm wary because while this is our home for now, if other courts start claiming that we are getting more than them and whatnot, they might start taking away from us, and I don't know what they would take away. I do want to go look. There's an area in the study that is quite nice. I absolutely adore it. It's this way. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sir Wiggles. Hello, Duke Wiggles. Hello, Count
It
Wiggles.
seems as though my presence is being asked for back at the spider spawner.
Oh, well.
Are you guys okay if I go?
Yes, that is all right. Stay safe. Don't let the spiders crawl all over you.
Of course. If you need anything, just missive me and I will be right at the farm. It's not very far away.
All right. Just stay safe.
Okay.
Bangers. Oh, did that free you? I'm glad that you got free, little bunny. I don't see a name. Wiggles Jr. We have so many Wiggles. Especially the sea monsters. They have to point at every little thing. Yes, so with the academy and such, what was my thought process in this? I'm blanking. Forgive me. When people are so eager to tear others down to benefit themselves, which is very common in the noble world, it is. I certainly have done similar things for what will benefit me, but there's also a matter of knowing restraint, and knowing when it will actually benefit you, and when it's just a short-term boost. And there's also knowing when and how you're making enemies, such as Lady Ridley informing me that Chancellor Candaris was on our path for some odd reason is concerning. If he had a letter, I'm curious if he met up with a phobic at the dorm. I'm not sure who would. The closest one I would think of is Lady Daphne, due to her connection to Lord Leonidas, but I'm not sure if that extends past there. But that is not, I'm not going to take that information to a professor. If someone notes that something from our dorm is missing, if someone notes a trap has been set, if someone notes that they are in danger, then that information may become useful. But I can assume the worst. I can assume he came to our dorm. I can assume he went to the beds and tried to grab strands of hair, or anything that may have shredded fur from our tail to potentially do curses, given that curses have been rampant at the school. Maybe not rampant, but myself and Lady Riley, and Lady Flora, or Lady Daphne, whoops. Yes, so, well, professors, theoretically, I believe professors can come to our dorm with permission. They cannot invite other courts to our dorm. So what Professor Charybdin did entirely wrong during the extra etiquette training was the fact that she pulled Duchess Aqua into our dorm, which is unfair to us to have our space invaded, and unfair to Duchess Aqua, who was then scrutinized in front of our whole court. Yes, whoops. So I can very easily see the worst of things. I can see things for the worst they are. But there's also the matter of, right past our dorm is area to explore. It is off-campus grounds. There's a village past us. There's caves. There's a lot. So perhaps, while this probably is not the case, it is an option, and it is something that Chancellor Candaris can use to deflect. And so you have to anticipate what they will say if you ever confront them. Something that Chancellor Candaris can use to deflect is that he had been off-camp castle grounds and was returning, and his path of return happened to cross over the Fellfolk dorm path. He did not come from the Fellfolk dorm, but from the area outside the academy beyond it. That, I do think, would be a reasonable excuse. I don't like how close that they may have been to our dorm, but it is an excuse that Chancellor Candaris could do. And I do think that an excuse would clear him of any suspicion. I don't think points would be docked. I don't think anything will come of it, aside from Cinderloon thinking that we are picky, thinking that we are looking for things to complain about. After all, Ceruleum did the same to us. As such, we retaliated. We're looking to be petty, we're looking to be... Lady Daphne was looking to be rude, but... No, that is not smart. Unfortunately. While the professors can help us, they can also hurt and hinder us. What I say to Professor Saren is very likely to be reached out to the other professors, which is likely to reach the headmaster, and then it's going to become a overhead issue. When it's an overhead issue, I lose every ounce of control over it, and they might reprimand Cinderloon Court, and Cinderloon Court might come for revenge. So until I have proof that he did this, or proof that someone in my court or something is missing, that harm was caused, bringing attention to it will only put us at a disadvantage. Because as I mentioned, he can very, very easily refute it. And it's going to be a Chancellor word against Lady Ridley's. I was not there, I did not witness it. Even if I vouch for Lady Ridley's, it does not matter for much. I have already learned my word does not count for much with the headmaster. Whenever I vouched on Lady Daphne's character, I'm aware of the totem pole within the academy, and trying to usurp my place, to act higher than I am, will only make me enemies. I am in the study. But yeah, this is the reading area that I really like. If I have to write books and such, this is a good place to relax, or if I simply want to relax without anything else concerning myself, going to the bath is nice, or going down to the farm to fish. Noble politics is an ever-changing game, and it's one that has difficulty in balancing. If you think that you're ahead, you very likely aren't. You want to be at every step of ahead of others, but if you think you're ahead, someone else also thinks they are ahead. Very few acknowledge that they are behind. I did delay my response to Lady Daphne, so I'm unsure she's close enough by to come very quickly. Do you think we need to locate more name tags? We named very many of these animals, and some of them still need names, but I don't want them to feel less loved due to not having one. I don't know if she's meeting. Are you looking for me? I can stay put. If not, I will be wandering. Professor Cribden sent me mail acknowledging that I would... What did she say? I don't remember what her message said. No apology, I was curious. I have already left. Okay, so I don't need to wait for her. The dorm is very nice. I do want to prepare tea and such. I want to... It's been a while. There's even a decent gap of time since before I came to the academy since I've hosted tea for Della, Professor Cribden. I used to host it. I guess I can't say it frequently, but anytime she did find herself in the Solmera region to do business, I would always be the one to receive her and do the purchasing and serving tea. Let's see. I know a lot of the teas need a very hot source, hotter than what these stoves can provide. But strawberry tea is something that I know can be made decently easily. Trying to think, is there another tea I could make that doesn't need a hot surface? Or as hot of a surface? I know I need... Who do we have bottles? Goodness. I know I was told that... I forget who, but... I believe it was Lord Finn gave one of my ladies a bunch of raw tentacle. So there's still no raw pork in here. I really want raw pork. It's actually what I'm mostly looking for because I need it for some of my recipes. Okay, here's some bottles. Let's see if I can remember how to balance this correctly. I believe if I mush up the strawberries... Is this the correct recipe? No, it is not. Let's see. I need water, not sugar. Yes, it very quickly can the balances be shifted. All the courts want the crown, but to get the crown, it means stepping over others. Is this... Is this not the right cooking pot? Is it one of these? What can I cook to... This is rather inconvenient. Do we have dough? This is not the dough I need to cook with. Oh, there it goes. I was hoping that if I had extra water in, it could just naturally pull for it. But it could not. But yeah, when it comes to the balance, the Concord itself had a very interesting balance. It was always a power play. And that, the constant shifts, nothing getting done. Since the Concord was created, I'm not sure if we ever agreed on anything. I think the only thing we have agreed upon is coming to this academy at this point. Even that had the weight of Phelan Thorn to really think for it. Not sure this is something that the Concord would have decided on their own. I don't believe that on their own they would have been able to agree to send the noble children off. Noble adults off to compete for a crown. And coming to the academy, I can kind of see why. It's been hard to really want to associate with others. Can't take things from a demon. Gifts from demons are risky. You never know what they might ask for in exchange. I have not really associated with any of those from other courts. I have been briefly acquainted with many due to my interactions with them at the different balls. Duchess Aqua, for example. We've made idle chatter before regarding Flora, her speaking of Flora native to the water, me to the ones on land. And that is something that we did bond over. But being around someone for an extended period of time gives you a better idea of who they are. At those balls, at the Concord, the necessities I saw, the behaviors I saw, those are not natural behaviors. Those are the acts those put on to be properly perceived in the courts. It seems at the academy that similar practice has not been fully considered. I highly doubt Duchess Aqua would have made threats of TNT at one of the Concord dinners or balls. Yet, it seemed to be okay here at the academy. I certainly can understand there being different ways of life living in the different regions. I know that the ways of life of those in Solmera is different from what is expected of us here at the Academy. But at the balls, people are on the best behavior. They are speaking only what they need to, giving only the information they need to give away. But when you're around people for much longer durations of time, you do see things that you wouldn't have expected of them. Yes, I really haven't spoken much. Ooh, High Chancellor Cassian. He is someone that I have spoken to on a couple occasions since coming to the Academy, and it has been a good experience. He has made me laugh during those conversations. Most of the laughing has come from him tripping over his own words, which I'm not sure how pleased he would be to find that I find him humorous due to his hiccups in his speech, but entertaining nonetheless. Yeah, when I am walking the Academy grounds, I usually do have one of my ladies with me. I don't go off on my own all too often. I know Loon Tavalli and Lady Lizzaylia have spent a lot of time with Lord Paxton. I know Lady Daphne spends time with Lord Leonidas. Lady Ridley seems to be spending a lot of time with Professor Castiel, but he is a professor, so I do think that is to our benefit if she can be in the good graces of a professor. I really do not know what Lord Mirio or Lord Matteo has been up to. I see them at classes briefly, but I don't see them out and about. Lady Lizzaylia talks about how she trusts Lord Paxton, how she has told him information, or he has had information that he hasn't revealed to his court, how he doesn't have bad intentions. And while I want to believe that, I want to have full faith in one of my ladies that I can trust her judgment. Unfortunately, if there's one thing a noble's good at, it's lying. He might be nice, but it might be niceness that he puts on to lure in others. After all, sea monsters are known to lure their victims into the deep waters. He's being nice, getting them to trust him. Who's to say he won't abuse that trust in the future? He might get their trust, they might give him information, and information is taken back to his court. Or if he is truly an innocent and kind person, and is too trusting, if he gets the trust of my ladies, and something occurs, and then he tells that story to members of his court in confidence, something he has no issues about. Say something happened, and he recalls it as a humorous story, something, just a tale to tell, and it's something that his court can then take and make an issue out of. If he's already trusting, if my ladies trust him, and assuming he trusts them back, if he's trusting so quickly, how feeble, how easy is it to gain said trust? I do wish I could, well, maybe not wish, I do want to get to know the vampires better. I want to better familiarize myself with Court Bloodwind. I know of some of their tradition, I know some of their culture due to education back home, but since coming to the Academy, I really do not see them. I only see them during class. Lady Veswin, I believe, prior to one of the knighthood classes, whenever me and her were both wrangling the chickens and getting them back to the barn, it wasn't a bad experience talking to her. But it was still an experience of both of us having up our walls. It's really hard to properly get to know someone when the walls are up. But when the walls come down, you're in danger. I did truly feel bad dueling her. She very clearly during the duel had no desire to fight. I feel bad, but I am thankful. I don't have combat prowess. I am not skilled, so should I had been paired with anyone else, I'm doubtful I would have won my court points. I got lucky. I will say, I am interested in dueling against someone who is more willing to swing their blade. Something that I've learned from my experience at knighthood so far is I do want to be better at combat. I do want to more properly protect myself. Something I learned from equestrian is that I do want to learn to ride. I want to have more independence to my actions. Members of my court have gone off exploring and collecting, and I have been unable to. I fear that I would simply be a danger to myself should I go out unescorted. She did seem kind. I did notice that perhaps it's because I was walking quicker, but I don't recall really ever being necessarily behind her. I don't know if that was out of respect, or I wouldn't blame her for lacking trust and not wanting me to be the one behind her, but it is something I pick up on. Lady Daphne walks behind me to protect my back from those who wish me ill. So maybe I'm just more wary when I know people are behind me, but I also know she was luring many more chickens than I was. Who else have I spoken to? Professor Corrupton is technically of another court. She is of Court Ceruleum, but I am very fond of her. I do want that letter from Professor Cribden. I know she gave me a rundown of what it was, of her being happy to have me included on the committee. I'm done making tea for now. Let's put that in there. That can go there and that there. And then I do have extra... The bottles are in here. Let me grab the bottles. I'm going to check the mail one more time, and if it's still not there, I might request... See if I can reach out to Professor Saren about getting my mail. No, I still do not have a way to reach them. I could always stop by the farm and see who's around. Odd, Lady Veswin. I can see that. I really have not interacted with her enough to know. When she was very hesitant to fight, I'm not sure what spurred her to be so hesitant. She was willingly in knighthood. But maybe it's a status difference. Who knows? I would be very timid to ever swing a blade, even if approved, anywhere near my father, or anywhere near any of the court lords. Approved duel or not, that seems like a sure way to ruffle feathers. But it's not something I will question too deeply. I got the points for my court, and that was matter most. Unfortunately, when you gather nobles together, while it is a school setting and some can find school fun, we are competing. Only one person can come out on top. Only one court can come out on top. And...
Hello.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
Are you the one who asked about a horse?
I did.
Is your horse okay?
My horse is fine. Why do you ask?
I was worried that it may be injured or such, if you were worried about disposing of it.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. Good to know. But pardon me. Does that mean it's dead? If I don't have to worry about it anymore. Goodness. I don't know how. Oh, goodness. He didn't really give me an issue or an answer on if his horse was okay. I want Professor Saren to be around. I really do want my mail. I don't entirely know who that was, to be honest. I just recognized the voice from Equestrian on wanting to dispose of a horse. I am just wandering. I don't have a specific destination in mind. I could head to... I'm not sure if there's any games I can play by myself. That does sound rather sad. I'm not going to play games by myself. But I can go look around the game room. I went in there briefly, but I didn't really explore it all too much. Maybe I'm the odd one, but at times when I'm walking and I hear footsteps, I feel like I'm hearing more footsteps than just my own. It makes me a bit hesitant at times. I'm gonna go see what that room is down there too. There was a room down there. Maybe I'll do that first. Let's go see what that room was. I saw it is labeled. It had a sign on it. What is over here? Oh, it's engineering. There's another class I'm interested in. Professor Charybdin runs it, so that is appealing. But I do not find myself as the engineering type. Oh, there's another one of you. Greetings. So here's the armory. Is this a tower? Oh, that's interesting. So this tower leads down as well. I guess this is the red room below us. I do think knowing where these staircases are is useful. Well, I could always run out a window and, like, a balcony, I should say, and leap to get away if I ever need to. Having a better idea of the layout of the school is also very useful. Magical Studies is up there. I do have the tome that Lady Daphne gifted to me. Here's the game room. So I believe this would be used for Connect 4. There's pool over here. Is this tic-tac-toe? This is another Connect 4. Oh, guess the block is what these are. Interesting. Well, where does this lead again? It's a courtyard. That's a staircase. This is a balcony. What is over here? Is this just more? Oh, this is going to lead to a dead-end pathway. Oh, there's a little kitchen here. That's nice. I feel like even though I've explored the castle a couple times, you always find something new. I do think I'll head back to the dorm and retire. Hello, little otter. I hope you're doing well. I just really want my mail. Just one more time to reach out to Professor Saren. No, I still cannot get a hold of her. I should save the last bit of my salmon. I suppose I could arrange for something. I know I've been busy arranging for the winter solstice dinner among my court. We have 3 weeks until that occurs, but sometime before then, perhaps getting those together to have a game night would be nice. I know we spoke about, I want to have tea with my lady. I want to have tea with Lady Cribden. I want to have tea with my ladies. As much I want to do. And unfortunately, a lot of this requires me to write invitations, and I don't have the ink to spare to make a ton of invitation books. We can go up to the storage, and I'll see if we have any spare up there. Last time I needed some, Tavali lent me some of hers, thankfully. But I am down to 1 book. I can clear out my mob studies journal.
Oh. Yes.
Well. That's inconvenient.
It is quite a bit. Oh, do you know anything about the, party planning stuff?
I sent a letter about it, and Professor Cribden said she sent a letter back, but it seems that Professor Saren still has not delivered my mail. But instead, when I asked Professor Cribden about it, she did say that she would love to have me on it, but I don't have any other details related to it.
I see. Well, then I guess it's a waiting game, as is this.
Yes. There's a way. Oh.
Oh. There it is.
It's progress.
It seems as though the time... Oh, goodness. The time desynchronization is happening.
I was really just heading to my room to retire, so...
Yes, it is a bit hard to head to the room when you cannot see. Nope.
But yes, a waiting game. Let's go check to see. I don't believe we do have any. I doubt... I think anyone who has squid ink would keep it to themselves, in all honesty. We have a lot of horse armor. Yes, there is unfortunately no squid ink. There's always purchasing the books and quills, but I don't have a reliable source of income currently. So I need to work out what foods I'm preparing for the winter solstice. I need to work out tea party plans. Just some event planning. And I do like event planning, so I suppose I do look forward to it. But with that, I do think I am going to retire.